Dear friends, welcome to the TWF Restoration Project YouTube channel. I didn't believe Wham, and I sure as hell didn't believe Big Time Malcolm Fine when they said they were doing this. 36 events out of 41. That's impressive, boys. You're only missing 5 events and 3 house shows. That's crazy. Apparently their teams, Wham's team, the Ninjas, and Big Time Malcolm Fine's team, they looked everywhere and pulled at every possible thread they could to get as much TWF, TWA action to you as humanly possible. Here I am with the eternal title, and all I can say to myself is, it starts with the origin story. The origin story video then explains where you go from the origin story to Snow Brawl 99, which was actually labeled Snow Brawl 98. Now there was an event previous called Snow Brawl Whiteout, which happened the year before, which actually was filmed in 98, and I think that is why it's labeled incorrectly. Unfortunately, we pulled at every thread that we could find, and we were not able to get this footage. But if you start from TWA Snow Brawl 99, each video will link, even though it's not in the same playlist yet. But if you watch it, it'll link every video all the way through the 36 events that we do have footage for. Thank you for joining. Do TWF Restoration Project and Malcolm solid by hitting the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're aware of everything that's coming out. Basically, we've dug up TWA, TWF again. This is some crazy, crazy stuff. To think me, Caleb Gainsworth, doing backyard wrestling, then going pro, owning Slam All-Star Wrestling with Jordan Winchester the First. I mean, jeez. It's been a crazy journey, folks. Now, in this video, this is the goodbye video. We're going to tear the ring down. You're going to see 2 separate ring tear downs. One will show you what the ring looked like when we came to grips with what happens when you wrestle on the sandwich the way we were. Then you're going to see the goodbye tributes given to TWA, TWF by all the wrestlers who chose to participate. Now, inside these videos, you're going to see their records, their stats. How many matches were they in that we can prove physically with commentary, actual footage, or event tapings. And then you'll find out how many they won, how many they lost, and what titles they had, and so on and so forth to go with their goodbye message. Unfortunately, it's impossible to get everyone involved. We did the best that we could, and I'm very happy with the people who did submit their videos. So, just one thing you need to know about these videos. If you see an asterisk and then an R past a title, that tells you that that individual, when they had that title, they retired with that title. That doesn't mean that the title didn't come back in another form later on. But if it's got the asterisk R, it means that individual retired with that belt. Thank you for watching. I really didn't think these guys would actually get it done, but I'm so proud that not only my story is being told, but every member of TWA, TWF, and if we go back even further, WG, TWG, then back to TWA, then to Havoc's Stunt Wrestling Syndicate, SWS. Thank you for joining us. I tip my energy drink to you, the viewer. I want to thank you for coming along with us on this journey. You guys are probably thinking I was against it. And initially I was. Enjoy the show.
Seen better days.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
This is going to TWF.
Where the hole is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I only wait for the ring. I'll be in tomorrow. We'll be that far.
Okay. Alright.
It might be. It looks kind of bouncy. Well, bouncy doesn't mean shit, dude. Bouncy can be that French
This is what we wrestle on. This is insane.
Get a shot from the top under some.
This is what the ring looks like under this time. Does it look healthy?
That is not cool.
This is what TWF wrestlers wrestle on. Bounce on our back off this for about a good, 8 months.
Oh my god.
And this is cushy. This is better than
This
what we
whole
used to have.
ordeal.
Yeah,
From that top rope to those lettering, that American flag, the lighting system, the time, the plywood, all ran about $143 for everything. So, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's done its job as far as we're concerned, but it's dead. Yeah.
This is still
If you get the new plywood, get a drill and you screw everything else will pop up.
I don't think it's too bad
It'll
either.
rip the wood and hold.
Save that used for our collection.
This one?
That's right.
Yeah. Any scrap wood can be used as.
Oh yeah, this will go right.
Yeah.
This one?
That corner right there where we cut it off.
Well, I'm not going to pull it up now, but we'll be coming here in a week or so.
Yeah, merch that.
You know we've been farting all day too.
Nasty.
Bastard booger, ready? Like Bastard booger used to fart on the phone. I was the worst kid.
This is crazy.
Yeah, his body's
Great jump, like singular, little line.
Then his body slammed
Come out eating Twinkies and
I
chicken
want to
it
thank you guys for coming out,
hair all over the
and he had a heart attack.
especially the
Then he
people
walked
that drove quite a few miles to go ride or whatever to get out there.
His finish was he walked all over his opponent and go. And then just dropped to his knees. Pretty gay.
TWF behind the scenes. Hey, Damien!
Oh yeah!
I am. This is the first part of the documentary of TWF behind the scenes. I am filming.
All right,
You know, I never thought I would ever start a video with hello fans of TWF. That thought never crossed my mind. Infinity here, yeah, I've changed quite a bit. And this location, we'll get back to that in a minute. So we're putting together video tributes for what was TWF. And you know, to be honest, it really wasn't that much to me. You know, I wasn't that big into wrestling, but the truth of the matter is my best friend and I started this gig, and now it's grown to the point where we can say hello fans. So back to where I'm standing. It doesn't look like much here. As you can see, just kind of an old park. But this is where TWF started. This is the site of Snow Brawl 1. You know, almost 30 years ago, probably 30 years or better. What were we thinking? Just a bunch of friends getting together, having a good time. And a few years later, we thought we were done. We took TWF, we buried it. A little while later, somebody got the bright idea to dig it back up. Run with it for a little while again, bury it again. Dig it back up. We ran with it, buried it again. So now, the TWF restoration project has sort of dug it back up just to look at it. Pay homage to all those who came before, all those who still kind of want to see what we did, and apparently fans. So, what do we say about that? You know, we were just a group of people to get together, form friendships, and have a good time. Plain and simple. Who knew it would have grown as big as it did? I certainly didn't. I thought it was dead and buried. So here we are, 30 years later, back here, Houghton Park. So I will say to all the alumni, as we call them, we have made friendships, and I have a lot of respect for all of you, except for one guy that goes by a Dixie cup. Anyway, that's water under the bridge, just like over here. So I hope people are enjoying what they're seeing. You know, I never thought anything of it. You know, at the time it was fun, and we turned around, I watched myself, and I'm like, man, that sucked. Brutally honest, but you know, you're your worst critic. So, one other thing, and this goes to show the type of people that ran this thing. So in the beginning, we were a bunch of young kids, and it was basically, what can I do to you to hurt you and get you to not get up? Over time, we evolved. Big surprise. So just over this way, about a quarter mile, maybe half mile, I paralyzed my good friend Damien for a short period of time. Pinned him with one finger. You know, that was just the way we were back then. But in doing so, we learned. We learned how to do things right. And I think that goes to speak for the success or lack thereof. You know, hey, we got fans. But what draws people to TWF is the fact that we were doing it right. So we learned as we went. We tested. We tried things out. We improved. Other backyard federations, they never got past the, what can I do to beat the hell out of you and make you not get up? We were different. And I think that's what made us better. So one final thought from Infinity. Should anybody ever decide to bring out that shovel and dig this mess up, I would not be opposed to saying, big time Malcolm Fine, we ain't done. I got one more in me if you got one more in you. Until then, peace out. Infinity done.
I'm kind of stunned here. So gonna try to do my best here to go over everything. One, I was kind of hypnotized by the perfection that was the flat top on his head there. It was did you see that? It was magnificent. Like, I want to invite him to come over to my house just to level my bookshelf. It was that perfect, man. My God. So I'm going to get the sentimental crap out of the way first here. First of all, Infinity, thank you. Of all the people that should have given a video for what Damien's doing, I was really hoping you would, and you didn't let me down. You deserve it. Because and number two, I'm gonna call bullshit right off the gate. Actually, here, like, this is like the 50th time I've heard. Well, Infinity didn't really care for pro wrestling that much. Listen to me, moron. I've been to your house, man. I was in your house when you played Kurt Angle's theme music. Jumped out of your bedroom with 2 WWE replica belts on both arms and started doing the Angle spin and victory pose in your living room while wearing fake gold medal. Get out of here. You didn't like it, pro wrestling that much. You're a fan, you closet freaking fan. Just come out and say it, and say that you are that because you're an original. You are one of the very best that ever did it. The best thing that once again, I've said it with Damien, you and me as a team was freaking awesome. It was great. Now, as far as digging things back up over and over and over again, hey, I'm of the belief TWF never died. TWF has always been, let's get the camera up, right freaking here with me this whole time. Now, as far as you and me going one more time, well, there's a few stars that need to align for that to happen. We need time, place, we need a ring, we need a reason, and all that good stuff. And if I were you, Infinity, I would hope to God that never happens, bud. What are you doing here? You coming out here saying you don't love wrestling. I live, eat, and breathe it, even still to this day. I've only gotten better since then, my friend. Don't let the gut fool you. And you want to come out here saying, oh, one more time, one more time. Well, tell you what, there, Infinite One. I respect you. Which is why, if those stars align, if a place is named, if that ring is made, sure. I seem to be pretty good at digging stuff up. I'm going to show you that I'm also really good at burying stuff again. And I will put you down one last time. And hey, for all time's sake, I'll even bury you with a can of Asso sauce one last time. So, hey, those stars align. I'm talking with the man who would make those stars align. Then sure, why not? I've got 5 minutes to kill.
What's up, everybody? This is Marty, well known in TWF as Martino Heat. I had a short career, but what I had in that short career, it was a lot of fun. It got to meet some new people and also had a lot of friends I knew all together having a good time. The footage Damian Martin posts on YouTube and stuff is some of the stuff that we did. And to all the people in TWF that I wrestled with and didn't wrestle with, they can all say it was a blast. Damian and I had some good times. I've known him forever. The matches I missed the most was with him. I think I did one with Malcolm 5. I know I did one with Ben. Well, I did a few with Ben. Did one with a character they call Poop Shoot. Who knows where he vanished off to? Probably down the drain. Peace. Love you all. Like I said, I missed TWF. I love the family, TWF family, and I hope everybody does well and be safe.
Hey everybody, my name is Dan Wyman. I used to wrestle for the Titan Wrestling Federation. Damian Martin was the president, and Malcolm Spinetti was the vice president. And it was an interesting time in life. I was probably 10 or 11 when I started wrestling for Damian, and insides and outs of wrestling I learned from him and the guys I wrestled with. So if you say that backyard wrestling doesn't train you for the real thing, they're so wrong. I wrestled for I think a year and a half for Slam All-Star Wrestling after all of the TWF stuff, and I loved it. It was fun. It was exercise. It was great. Anyway, say goodbye to TWF, and I love all my friends who did all of the things to make it happen. Yeah, cool. Everybody be good.
Hi everyone, it's the American Nightmare Grave Tavern here, coming live from a parking garage because that's where I do my deals. Times are tough, you know, you just gotta do it, make ends meet. I just wanted to give a message as to what my time meant in Feds and with you guys. It was an amazing time where I met some lifelong friends, and obviously from that and my experience at Fort, was able to travel and continue wrestling for a number of years until the injuries finally caught up with me and I had to hang it up probably about 10 years ago. And it was a good time in my life, and I enjoyed every moment of it. I still get called Tav by a lot of wrestlers that I know and people that I know. And every time Cody comes out with the American Nightmare, people go, you were the first one, which is nice, but I got it from a Rob Zombie song. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for you guys putting all this stuff together. It was a great time. It's interesting to watch it again with 42-year-old eyes. But yeah, wish everyone the best, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Hey there, audience. We are the ABA! I was also Angel 420, Angel of Darkness, and of course, Nurse Goodbody.
I was Ivana and Jade. Been a while.
TWF was great.
We loved doing TWF. It meant a lot to us, and it was fun doing it with friends.
We were like a family. Initially, I just did it because my boyfriend was doing it, but it was really fun, and
I joined because of her, and then I loved it also. It was amazing.
Good times. But we are still, to this day, unfulfilled 24/7.
24/7.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, Iron Claw here. Just wanted to say that I hope you remember this Puerto Rican badass, because I definitely had fun putting on some matches for you guys. Hardcore was probably my thing. I loved getting smacked around with chairs or what have you, jumping off and breaking tables. Fun stuff that I would still do today if I had the youth in me. But anyway, I wasn't always Iron Claw. Started off as Othello. But Iron Claw became my main character, and I had a lot of fun kicking ass, taking names, meeting everyone else in the Federation, building a bond, and just having fun, doing things that we enjoyed to do. And Iron Claw was originally a jobber, somebody who was just there to lose, and he ended up growing with the audience and the Federation itself. And I had a lot of fun as Iron Claw. The people were amazing. They treated me amazingly. The first family I had getting to Vermont was TWF, and a lot of the friends that I had met in school kind of like brought them on board, and just grew from there. But I mean, I had a fun time. I don't regret any of the time I spent with you guys. Damien, you know, he was across the street from where I lived, and I would remember him like shouting out the window, and that's kind of how we ended up meeting up. And it just went from there. It was a roller coaster ride. But I'm grateful to have met people that have such passion for something and help me break out of my shell and, you know, live a completely different lifestyle. Never imagined to have done this stuff. And I definitely appreciate the hard work and dedication he's putting in right now to bring the videos back to YouTube and back to life, and basically we'll be able to relive these memories. Again, it's been a lot of fun. I'm very grateful for the people I've met and the time we've spent together just having fun, putting on a show for whoever was willing to watch, and I'll always remember that. It meant a lot to me to be the hardcore champion. I had a lot of fun with that. Got a bit crazy with it, but all in all, this Federation has been a family to me. And I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I'm glad to see it on YouTube again. So it makes me feel young again. I look young, so it's all good stuff.
Greetings all you TWF-aholics out there in YouTube land. My name is Rob Sanborn. I used to play Ranger, Sandman, UFO. Yes, all of them. Plus a few others, like, for instance, that referee that came running into the arms of darkness. Also, you may have noticed behind me, the muscle sword. That's made an appearance a couple of times in my matches. It meant a lot of things. It meant doing something that, personally, preferably, probably shouldn't have done because of my visual impairment. As you probably can't tell, I'm actually blind in one eye. And wrestling was something different. It was a challenge. Scary as hell, but fun as hell as well. And if I had to do it all over again, I would most certainly, because it showed that just because I had a disability, I could do stuff still. Crazy stuff. Painful stuff. Still remember being turned into a sandwich. That wasn't fun for a little bit. But anyways, it just meant a lot of us getting together, putting our trust in one another, putting our safety on the line, putting, well, ourselves out there for the entertainment of others. It was fun. It was scary. And I kind of miss it. But in other ways, yeah, my neck doesn't. And my back. TWF will be missed and will always be here somewhere in this genetically modified heart. You think a body count of 152 or more is too much? I don't know. For one person? I don't know, but 10 more are gonna bite the dust. Think this will do it? No? No? Well then. You just have to fill 'em full of lead. Have a good evening and enjoy. The TWF experience that we've all experienced.
Hello, my name is Curtis, and I used to play Cross, Zorn, Storm, Eclipse, and I commentated as KGD. And I can't imagine what that list would be if TWF kept going. But I remember first being introduced to TWF through Iron Claw. He came to the event that me, Black Ice, and Frost were at, and he was just going off about the wrestling event. How he suplexed 2 people at once, and how much fun he had. And at first it was like, there's no way you actually did that. But once we started to believe him, it was, I want to wrestle. So, and that's what started the journey. He brought me over to TWF headquarters to meet Malcolm and Damien, and they were giving me the list of everything that needs to be done. You wear the you gotta protect yourself, the knees, the knee pads, elbow pads, the wrist pads, and I remember Damien telling me the wrist pads are very important because he had a wrestler who did like a hurricane off the top rope, and his wrist went backwards. It broke both of them, and I was just like, and of course they just started laughing, and I'm like, you sons of bitches. But that is how I started in TWF, and I am quite thankful for the journey. Like at the beginning, you could see how shy I was in front of the camera. I didn't really say much, didn't do anything. But then throughout time, I developed more promos, was getting good. Couldn't look at the camera while I was delivering the promos. But I was definitely getting there. I was commentating more. Even at one point, I came out with an open shirt. And that is huge for such a shy person that I am. So incredible thankful for TWF. Really boosted my confidence, and when people say that it was like a family, it really was. Like I wouldn't have the confidence to do what I did in that ring if it weren't for them. And who knows where I would be without it. And I guess one last time, it's time. This is your commentator, KGD, signing off.
Hello to all the fans and crew out there from TWF, TWA, and any and all incarnations. This is the man formerly known as Schizo, Lazarus, Ronnie Law, Falcon, and his favorite, Archer, Sean Archer. My name's Kyle. I was with TWF for 4 to 5 years. I remember a lot of good memories. Enjoying time with my friends. I really remember a lot of just fun matches, just the experiences, not just in the ring, but around the ring, after the events, just hanging out with people. Just the fun times we'd have back then. It makes me nostalgic for old times every time I watch these videos, but everybody just did their best, were awesome at what they did, and everybody was genuine that you saw on screen, how they wanted to do stuff. Any idea I can think of about an an old memory, just something, one of my favorite matches. I can remember one instance in particular. It was during the last Royalty of the Ring when I was supposed to face Tough. And I know Tough would say this himself. He's good at a promo. His work in the ring always was being improved. But having him beat me in under 30 seconds, and the reaction, both of him and myself, that was one of my favorite times in the Fed. The other thing is, I remember when I came in to the Federation, just as talent, later on when Big Time left and people needed to step up, I was happy to hop onto the booking committee and help people get better at what they were doing and just being the best that they could be. And if anybody out there enjoyed my stuff, more importantly, if anybody enjoyed the stuff that we did, everybody, then we did a good job, and I think we did. It was a good show. And to all the old TWF crew, thanks for the fun times, guys. You know, keep happy and keep healthy. Hope to see you sometime down the line.
Hello TWF Universe, Sammy Danger here. You may have known me as the characters Harley D, Sexy Sammy D, and then as myself in TWF. My wrestling journey started years ago in junior high on the wrestling team at high school and school. And then later on I met Kyle, or Falcon, or whatever the hell he's known as, in high school. And we graduated together, and then ended up at Linden State College together. That's where we met the Big Jobowski, and Linden State Wrestling Federation began. Then we moved on to VCW, which I started with some future members of TWF. I also had moved south to Derry, New Hampshire, and EBW, Extreme Backyard Wrestling, where I enjoyed much success as Harley and as Sexy Sammy, who held this belt. Then after EBW came to an end, I found myself in TWF. And I believe that I did some of my best work at TWF, even if my win-loss record didn't show it. But I did some of my best work there. After TWF ended, I ended up at film school. I reprised my role as Harley D in my short film, Apotheosis. And, you know, my time in wrestling really gave me the confidence and to not only on screen, but in life. There's many things I wouldn't have done if I didn't learn what I did with these friends of mine over the years I spent. And, well, hope you enjoy your TWF Universe. Sammy Danger here saying, living the hardcore revolution.
Hey folks, my name is Keith, and I used to wrestle as Black Ice in the TWF back when I was 16, 17 years old. I don't remember much about this character. I remember he was supposed to be some kind of spy or something. I don't know what it was, but I think we dropped that after a bit. But yeah, I remember this is all I have left of the outfit is this black dress shirt I would wear. Some silly hat combo and pants. It was all very strange. But yeah, I remember. I remember many things about TWF, it's kind of hard to pick one thing. I remember the Dark Rumble. it was where we were in Matt's attic, and the premise of this match was it was like a Royal Rumble, but to block off all the light, they had to block off all the openings and the windows and things like that. And this was I think this was like a day in the summertime, and it had the effect of just turning the entire attic into an oven, which would be fine, except I was the first person in the Rumble, and I was scheduled to win it. So it taxed my my physical abilities quite a bit. Overall, I remember the TWF just being a very positive experience for me. I was kind of a shy kid. I wasn't super athletic. I mean, I did sports and things and had friends, but it really got me out of my shell, got me into doing things I wouldn't normally have done. Maybe shouldn't have been doing, I don't know, but it's just I met a lot of good people, and through the TWF, a lot of them I'm still friends with today, even the ones I don't talk to hardly ever. I still have a lot of good connections and friendships I made there, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. So really, it was just like I said, we'll be telling each other TWF stories till the day we die, I'm sure. So you can't pay for that, you can't buy that. So, there's a lot I could say about that whole time. But just thinking about it now, I just remember a lot of the people. That's what sticks with me. It's the people I met, and I'm still in friends with a lot today. So anyway, that's that. Good luck with the videos, guys.
So, my name's Matt. I played Kingpin and Frost in the TWF and was part of one of the greatest tag teams ever with Big Time Malcolm 5. About 20 years ago, I think, was when we did this. It was crazy. I think I started when I was 15 till 18. Started out in the middle of the woods, I think. And then at some point they moved it to my house, which, they asked, and I had the room, so we were able to do it upstairs in my garage. And then they beat me up constantly because of it for, wrestling at home when I wasn't supposed to wrestle at home. Let's see. Trying to think back of everything we did. It was crazy times. We traveled down to, I think, the bottom of New Hampshire at one point, working with the EBW. Just met a lot of really crazy but great people. That's, I guess, really it. Was the people was more important to me than the belts and everything else. It was just going there and having fun. For those of you who know me directly, I've been overseas quite a bit, and I've done other stuff since then. And it's just one of those that I talk about. A lot of the battles are the places I've, served, and in the sense that it was a service to work with them. It was great. They said great people. But it was a battlefield. It's one of those things that you can't really explain to other people that haven't been there. Every battlefield has a smell, a feel, a taste to it. And it's hard to really explain that to anybody that hasn't, been a backyard wrestler or hasn't done anything like that, and kind of sets you apart with some of the stories that you talk about even today about those things with people. A lot of us were just, nerds, I guess is the easiest way to explain it. We just, loved the thing. I just loved hanging out with them. They were big into Dungeons and Dragons and some other RPG games that other people have made. And that's kind of how I got roped into it, I guess, is I hung out with them and they're like, hey, you're in really good shape and you should do the thing. And I was like, oh, sure, whatever, I'll do the thing. They said it was more to be with my friends than anything else. And, it was even funnier when, they put it on public access and it was on nights and people would come to school the next day after seeing me wrestle. I had no idea. I didn't know what I actually played or that anybody actually watched what we did. But it was really funny when people at school would start asking me questions like, dude, how did you do this? Or what's going on next week? Or what's going on? And it's like, I don't know. I show up, I read the script, and I do the thing. I didn't make the choices. I just, that was up to, Damien and Malcolm, and, I was just the person who showed up. Usually played one of my characters. Half the time I'd play Scream or something else too. I think everyone played Scream at some point, but really, that was it. It was just, for me, it was being there with my friends and having fun and just serving together on this crazy, weird battlefield. So that's it.
At last, the mighty Starscream now will rule the Decepticons.
I only got my gear today. I had my milk, I had my donut, and now I gotta record a farewell video to TWF. Hey, this is Sean from upstate New York. I used to play Starscream, Tough, and the intro back in the day. Miss my TWF family, and sorry to see it go. Bringing in an autistic guy from upstate New York and allowing him to say whatever he wants, do whatever he wants, play whatever character he wants was definitely always an adventure. Wasn't always the best backyard wrestler, but hey, I had a lot of fun. Everybody was always welcoming, some more than others. Got a lot of memories, a lot of injuries that I can definitely carry with me for the rest of my years, which I appreciate. Because, well, hell, I'd do it all over again if I had a chance. But wouldn't recommend it for people. And, what's the most important thing, I think, to remember is that be who you are. Do what you are and don't have any fear about doing it. Don't hesitate. TWF, thanks for the memories, thanks for the belts, thanks for those moments where I could just be myself, as silly and as crazy as I am. 80's the only way he knows how, with Thug 1 and Thug 2 at his side. They're going to be wearing stormtrooper masks. We're going to bring back the 80's in a way that could never possibly be foreseen or could possibly be comprehended. It will be many bad dialogue, many bad movie references, and many, many Police Academy sequels which will make you cry your eyes out. So welcome back to the 80's.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy here, Shorty140, aka Misery, aka the real Miz. Just kidding. But seriously, I just want to share with you all what TWF meant to me. Wrestling has always been my greatest passion. It's been my true love since I was about 8 or 9 years old. It changed my life forever. And when Curtis invited me to come try out for an event, I jumped at the opportunity to do so. I was excited to make a name for myself, put my talents to the test, and wrestle some of the best competition TWF had to offer. But what I didn't expect was the lasting friendships that came out of it, because TWF became more than just a place to go wrestle and kick ass. It became a family. It became a place that I would grow to love and not just show up to work. And at a point where I had quite literally nowhere to go, TWF took me in. They put a roof over my head and they looked out for me, and I'll always be grateful for that. They helped change my life. And now, 20 years later, still being in touch with some of these people, still being in contact with some of them, and seeing what we've done 20 years ago on YouTube now is just so surreal. And I'll always be grateful for the opportunity that was given to me. And yeah, TWF, I love you.
Hey, this is Chris. I portrayed the Running Man and Mr. P. Rick, TWF. It was the greatest experience of my life. I miss all my family down there. I wish it doesn't have to go away, but not my choice. Met a lot of good people, had a lot of great fun. To sum it up, I miss everybody. It's hard doing videos like this, because I wish we all could get back together and get back to our youth. TWF, I love you all. Whatever everybody's doing now, hopefully you're having fun.
Hey guys, this is Malcolm. I played Big Time Malcolm Fine, Pony Hardcore, Vice President Spinetti, and I was also the head booker of TWF for quite a long period of time. As far as what TWF meant to me, it saved my life. My biological mom was born with a condition called narcissistic personality disorder, and what she would do to me and my 3 other siblings is that she would basically treat us like garbage, but gave us enough affection so that we became dependent on her opinions of us. And that we were taught to not care about other people, and it would just be what she thought, and we basically lived to serve her. I was miserable. I pretty much hated my existence for quite a bit longer period of time, and the only joy I ever had in anything, any walk of life, was pro wrestling. Every Monday night, it was an escape for me, where I could just forget about what was going on for 2 hours. And when I met Damien, I was still living there, and I got up to meet him. He invited me to be part of the show. And we often joke about the time where I was doing announcing for one of his matches and I called an abdominal stretch, and Damien always tells about how excited he was that he knew someone who knew an abdominal stretch. And I'll be frank, I was also, and I never told him this, but I was also just excited to meet someone who heard me call them an abdominal stretch and didn't think I was a freaking loser for knowing what an abdominal stretch was. And it was interacting with him and other people in TWF that I sort of started to gain a confidence for myself. And it really saved my life. And for those of you who don't think it's true, 2 of my brothers are dead because they didn't make that jump, because they didn't find a TWF. And so when I first joined the Fed, and especially when I moved down there, I was essentially still a level 1 human being. I didn't really understand interactions with people at all. TWF was like very much the first family I ever experienced, and they taught me a lot of how to act and how to be. When Kingpin invited me to his family's Thanksgiving, that was my first time experiencing a normal Thanksgiving and understanding what it's like. Demona invited me for Christmas because I didn't have anywhere to go for the holidays. Demona invited me to her family's Christmas. That was my first time experiencing a normal one of those. I remember Falcon and Black Ice and me going on long walks at midnight in Lindenville and just talking about stupid stuff. I remember Randy Coffin inviting me to him and his girlfriend's place to watch Slumber Party Massacre 2, where I ate an entire pot of pasta, and they had no idea. For me, those experiences are just as much as important as the matches, as they shaped me to who I am. And there is no Malcolm without TWF. I can never tell people to grow up and just pretend it didn't happen, because without it happening, I don't know if I'd be here. But I also remember the matches. I also remember the excitement, the camaraderie to make every show as important as it can be. I remember people trusting me with the important stuff. I can't thank them enough. Reliving all of this was a joy. And I'm so happy that it is out there and everyone in TWF can experience what I experienced again, and that they have access to it for the rest of their lives and they can show their kids. And I'm just really happy. Now, I'm also supposed to say something in character, which I don't know if Damien's gonna cut this out or what, but here we go. I didn't really ever have a catchphrase, you hicks. I didn't, because you know why? Because you had the catchphrase for me, and that was pay attention to Big Time's match, because it's gonna be the best match in the card. So before I say goodbye, I'll leave you with a moniker I want you to call me, and that is simply the Matchmaker. Because not only did I book the matches in the back, but I make every single match into something important, into something legendary, into something that you will never forget, begrudgingly on your part. Because I am Big Time Malcolm Fine, and you guys are just a bunch of hicks.
Hello audience, my name is Mongrel Martin. I didn't create TWA-TWF, but in a way I've adopted the title of founder as I spent more time developing it than anyone else that's ever been involved. When it started, my goal was to wrestle. I wanted to be like the 1-2-3 Kid. I thought, being a smaller guy, maybe I could use my martial arts and my quickness to actually achieve something. Because up to that point in the 80s, wrestling was all about these great monsters, these titans, as they took over everything. Oddly enough, how we came up with the name. But when I think of TWF and TWA, I don't think of the friendships that I formed as being the best part of it. Because friendships come and go in your life. What you find in TWA, TWF is a ton of men and women that got together for the purpose of entertaining somebody else, pushing the limits, testing fear. Can they go to the edge? Can they not go to the edge? And it was all to put on a show to impress you. And it's funny, I had that same belief long before my brother said to me, you guys should be filming this stuff. And even before we went to Kingdom Access to get TWA, TWF put on Kingdom Access television, it still hadn't occurred to me that people wouldn't see it. So I am very happy that you guys have been joining us here on YouTube and sharing the footage we always wanted you guys to see. Some people in St. Johnsbury, Lyndonville, and the surrounding area saw us on television, but we're quite proud of the stories we told. I met some amazing, talented individuals who really pushed fear and really did some great stuff to entertain. And I have nothing but respect for those individuals. I think they're all awesome. I wish I saw a lot more of them on a more regular basis. A couple of them we've burned bridges, but TWF isn't just a group of friends performing for you guys. It's a family. This is the eternal title given to me by my best friend, Infinity. Later on in the years of TWF, I would get another best friend who has a title similar to this. His is the Big Time title. And Big Time Malcolm Fine, Infinity, myself, and then a professional wrestler, Grave Tavern, really brought this product where it should have went. And now you guys are watching it. Thank you so much for watching. So, what did TWF mean to me? It meant I got to wrestle. It meant I got to entertain. Even today, I want to entertain people. That's what I like doing. I like making you laugh, making you smile. That's why I spend so much time in role-playing and running RPGs and playing video games and watching horror movies. These are all things that I enjoy. Most people enjoy these things. It's horrible that I have to look into this camera and say to you guys, goodbye. Thanks for the memories. We came, we saw, we kicked some ass. And not just because Bill Murray said we did. You've been watching, you know. I don't know how to say goodbye to it, and I'm sad that it's been unearthed and it looks like it's getting buried again. But at least it'll exist out there on the internet where everyone can see it, enjoy it, and who knows? Maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, TWF will get even more of a fan following, more than it ever got on public access, thanks to social media, YouTube, and you people for liking our videos, sharing our videos, commenting on our videos, and putting it out there. Now, as I told everyone else, time to finish out. So, first is first. I am the best! I have suplexed a locomotive. Only I can do it because I am the best. I'm gonna take you to the stretching yard and I'm gonna whoop your butt and you're gonna kiss my feet because you do not compare to me. You can't get away from me. I have heat sensors. You're moving around, it's like you in the water. I'm going to find you. I'm going to wrap around you, hold you tighter than your true love, and then you'll have the pleasure of hearing your bones break before the power of my embrace causes your veins to explode. Get your butts down to Burger King and get yourselves a Whopper, because the next guy I step in the ring with, I'm gonna hit him with the Whopper or the number 2, and then you're gonna hear 1, 2, 3. You're dealing with Nuke. They call me Nuke because it's explosive, fiery energy. And they call me Ultima because I am the ultimate and I cannot be stopped. I went pro just like the Phantom before me at Slam All-Star Wrestling. And that's where I became Caleb Gainsworth. And I thought of a great way to hook in every single one of these characters together through the story I'm telling as Caleb Gainsworth on my YouTube channel, Bad Backyard Wrestling. Please go over there, watch the Caleb Gainsworth story. But if I'm gonna close this out, I gotta close it out correctly as Caleb. Hold on. Gotta have the hat on for this. You know that job you want? You know that girl you've been eyeing? You know that opportunity you're looking for to strike it rich? It's never gonna happen. Not as long as I'm around, because I am Caleb and it's gonna be my way or no way. So hit the highway. I love you. Thanks for watching.
TWF, where unfortunately, but it needed to happen, it's time to say goodbye, just like in Mickey Mouse Club. And now it's time to say goodbye to our friends, the people that built this thing from the bottom up, the people that had to quit at some point, the people that have been right through. And we're going to ring the bell for those people because we love them just as much. We don't forget these people. I'm not about to name them all, but they know who they are, and if they don't think I'm honoring them, then I'm sorry, but that's exactly what I intend to do here. This goes to the people that helped us, that did anything they could to help but didn't get in the ring. This goes to people that let us wrestle at their places. There's various places that we wrestle. Those goes to those individuals, they know who they are. Let's hear it for us.
get some people to roll up the rug. Don't worry about the wood chips. If they're in the rug, it doesn't matter. All of it's going to garbage anyway.
Make a nice bonfire. Oh, you're rolling up from that way? Yes.
Don't worry, there's several layers of it.
Yeah. I was thinking just take it as one big ass layer and just roll right up. Anybody seen my samurai shirt?
What's it look like?
Oh! What is that? Here's the tag belts.
You would see my torches.
Torches?
Yeah.
I saw a club.
Yeah, I got my club. I got
My things are with your things, bro.
Value right now.
Because you're the only fact spot.
I would like to personally give a big round of applause to every single individual that I named. If they're here or not here, I want to give all of them a big round of applause. In the business I'm in, they say the people that show up in the real courtrooms, those are the people in your group. Those are the people that care. Those are the people that make the decisions to do what's best for the group. Thank you for being those people for this.
Super kinky Kathy, she's super horny. That's a nice coincidence, I didn't even think about that.
Fuck you! Jason's gonna win.
I say Ash has got it in the bag.
Ready on the way. Pinhead is number one.
No, better yet, Al. Oh, good God. Never heard of Al?
What the hell, Al?
I'm gonna fight Jason.
I'm hanging out on Melmac eating hats or something.
Yes, I did.
No, that's a one.
Dolly, remember? I the character.
I had a Krypton.
Watch this.